Also breaking this evening, a man who allegedly caused a crash that killed 2 children and a teenager is now behind bars in George County, Mississippi. This is video of 23-year-old Jesse Dickerson on his way to jail. He faces 4 felony counts of leaving the scene of an accident resulting in injury or death. He's being held under $1 million bond. We're also learning the names of the victims. 16-year-old Spencer Havard, 9-year-old Tara Dixon, and 7-year-old Sierra Jean Dixon were all killed in the wreck. Fox 10 News reporter Devin Cafaro is live where the crash happened near Lucedale. Now, Devin, a makeshift memorial's been set up there for the victims?
There is, Bob. If you take a look behind me, you can see tied to this mangled sign are 3 balloons. They are Frozen themed, like the Disney movie for the 2 little girls that died. And if you take a look down here, there are flowers that were left at the scene. And we just kind of want to step back for a second. We want to show you the scene as a whole. Lots of glass out here. There's even remnants of crayons and things that were inside the car as it crashed. And if you take a look over here, you can actually see the tire marks where the car veered off the road and just smashed into this pole, mangling it beyond recognition. And as you can imagine, the community hit really hard. They were just devastated over the loss of 2 little girls and 1 teenager. We caught up with the driver of the vehicle, Jesse Dickerson, on his way into court. Here's what he had to say. Can you tell us why you fled the scene of the accident?
Man, my heart was waking up in the woods. I called and got to the hospital as immediately as I could.
In handcuffs with a cast on his leg, 23-year-old Jesse Dickerson needed help walking to the George County courtroom today. Why did you leave the scene of the car crash?
I was not trying to leave. It threw me out the car.
He's a little hard to understand, but with tears in his eyes, Dickerson says he was ejected from the car and woke up in the woods. But Mississippi state troopers and witnesses all said they saw him run away from the crash site. He was arrested the next day. Why did you run to the woods then?
That was my youngest. I raised him. I love him.
State troopers say Dickerson was driving a Kia Altima when he lost control and crashed into this sign of a nearby furniture store on Highway 198.
The vehicle spun around as it was leaving the road and the passenger side hit the sign.
Trooper Justin Elkin says the car was only supposed to sit 5 people, but there were a total of 7, and none of them were wearing seatbelts.
We don't have an exact speed. We know that he was driving well over the speed limit. The speed limit is 55 on this road.
Lucedale police say not long before the accident, they had tried to pull Dickerson over for a traffic violation. Police say the officer chased him for 2 minutes before he went out of police jurisdiction, causing the officer to call off the pursuit. The crash killed 7-year-old Sierra Dixon, 9-year-old Tara Dixon, and 16-year-old Spencer Havard. We're told the mother of the 2 girls, 39-year-old Jackie Dixon, is in critical condition.
I can't even think of how the mother feels.
Holly Stokely was one of the Good Samaritans who jumped in to help. She says she's hugging her children a little tighter from now on.
There was a woman, she was holding the little 7-year-old girl, and she said that she had been ejected from the car, and she was holding her and she was screaming, and we jumped out of the car. You always tell your loved ones you love them before you leave each day. No one's promised tomorrow.
And we're told a toxicology exam was performed on Dickerson when he went to the hospital. We have not gotten the results of that exam yet to see if he was under the influence of anything. We also talked to the court clerk. She says he did have a few misdemeanors on his record, but nothing too severe. As for the community here, they are still devastated. We're told there will be a vigil planned tomorrow night at Central Elementary at 7 p.m., and everyone is invited to attend. For now, reporting live in Lucedale, Mississippi, I'm Devin Cafaro for Fox 10 News.